Hi everyone, and welcome to SlimChat number 4. This is Tracy, and so far so good. Yesterday I did make a shepherd's pie, believe it or not, and it was kind of good. It wasn't the same as my old ones. My old ones were really kind of had a lot of flavour, so I was a little bit worried about the things I was putting in it. Plus, at the time I was making it, I had visitors, so it kind of put me a little bit off of being out there and cooking. So I think, next one will be a bit better, I think. But it was virtually sin-free. So at least, it was something that you could eat without worry as such that you were going off the diet in any way. So that was kind of cool that I made that. Made it with 5% mince, which is great. And so yeah, seems kind of weird being the one that's doing cooking when it usually used to be Gary. But I've even before his health scare and we started this diet, it still, when he was at work, tended to be me quite a lot of the time. Although we did have a chat and he decided that he would do some of the cooking when he was off, because otherwise the majority of it was then down to me. So we'd share it a little bit more, so that's nice, really. And so I've got my overnight oats this morning, which is good because I've got my stuff from the supermarket, so I had run out, and which was a bit devastating. I was a bit silly that I didn't realise I'd run out of biscuit tea, which is even more devastating, and I'm going to have to get some of that today somehow on the way out or on the way home. But yeah, I had my last tea bag this morning, which very sad. I do love my biscuit tea, and if you haven't tried it, I would recommend it. But if you're across the pond, I know it's a bit expensive, and I have a link that I can put on to my channel where I normally find the cheapest ones available and put it on there. But they've been ridiculously expensive lately. When I first started putting the link on, it's a ridiculous price, but they were between $6 and $7, and just recently they've been $14. It's like somebody has cottoned on and they're profiteering in some way, so can't really be doing that. So I won't be putting links up when they're that expensive. I think they're ridiculously expensive as they are when they're on there for 6 or 7. It's just no justification really for that kind of price, but especially when you consider they cost £2 to £2.30 over here, which that's quite dear for a little box of tea. So yeah, anyway, I've run out, and so I'm gonna have to be drinking normal tea bags for a little while. Having said that, one of my subscribers, I'm just going to move my microphone, it's annoying me. One of my subscribers to Crochet Rocks, called Jane, before, quite some time ago, she sent me a big box of goodies, and in there was a box of orange pekoe tea. It was called Rose. Orange pekoe is lovely, and I've still got a few bags left. Well, I think I have. I haven't seen the box for a while, but I thought I had a few tea bags left. If I have, I'll be using those until they're gone. I had been saving them, I have one now and then because I haven't got any more. But yeah, so I will be doing the recipe, well, the kind of tutorial for my overnight oats. A lot of people are interested in that. Mine's really simple. A lot of them I've seen have been quite intricate and have a lot of ingredients and sins, therefore, which is a bit unnecessary, to be honest with you. So I'll be sharing some of my little secrets that I've picked up with you, but I can't really do that today. Or I was thinking of doing it last night, but I was just so tired. But I will do it. It's just we're going out today. We're going to visit Gary's brother, who lives in Catford in London. So it's going to be a bit of a busy day. But it'll be nice to actually have someone go out and have someone cook for us. He said he'll make it a healthy meal, and he used to be a chef, so he should know what healthy is. So that's kind of cool, and he's a very good cook. So it's nice to get out and have something so nice. Sorry if you see me bouncing. It's one of those things that I do from time to time. Always did it, even when I was at school. you know, you kind of like your leg bounces up and down for a bit. I used to make the whole table move and everybody used to get cross. It was like, who's doing that now? Don't know. But it was me. Yeah, definitely me. And I still haven't broken that habit. I don't do it all the time, and I don't do it as fast. It used to like really bounce the table. Nervous energy. I don't know if that's what it was. But now it's just a sort of a gentle boing rather than a huge, you know, a fast, rapid bouncing. Maybe I just need to do sort of a little workout, perhaps. I don't know. So I've still got my Fitbit. Fitbit says I've had about 6 hours something sleep. Left my phone somewhere. And that's should be charging. I should have put it on charge because it was low. And I have no idea where I've left it. So I will get it and charge it in a second. But I need to make sure that I've got enough dart charge because we have a toll that we have to go through a tunnel. And I think to make sure I've got enough of that loaded onto my dart account so that we can go. But yeah, it'd be nice to see Melvin's other half, Geraldine, because I haven't seen her for a long, long time. She's kind of, well, you may be agoraphobic. I don't think she's fully, absolutely will not go out the house. You know, she has been known to come here to visit Joyce when she needed someone to look after her. Actually, Geraldine came down for a week, and she also came down for Christmas once. But she you know, she doesn't go out at all other than that. So but she will go outside the door. She just doesn't go out at all. So it'd be nice to see her because we haven't seen her for years. And I mean, it has actually been years. Wow. So yeah, that would be different. And the cats, of course, she's got some lovely cats, so I should be visiting them. I still miss my cat. I will go and get her, I think. But it's just one of those things. I don't have the use of car at the moment. When the lockdown started, it just seemed silly to have 2 cars sitting outside when there was nowhere to go. Gary needed one for work. So we just did what's called a statutory off-road notice, or SORN, on one of them. So we chose, Gary's car was the oldest, so we SORNed it, and so his is off-road and he was using mine. So that just means, though, without Gary I don't go anywhere unless somebody picks me up and takes me somewhere. And you know, years and years ago I was really depressed if I didn't have a car. And I think it comes from the fact that we moved here when I was 11. And for the first sort of 4 or 5 years, we had some severe winters. And if it wasn't that we would be snowed in around my birthday, which is in February, we would have severe high tides and flooding, which made roads impassable. We didn't get flooded because we were slightly up a hill and the water never really came up that far. But the end of our road would be completely blocked off. And because it was quite close to the sea in Warden Bay, and so the sea would come over and the whole of the bottom end of our road would just be flooded. But some areas were really badly affected, so that happened a couple of times. We were snowed in a couple of times, so yeah, a bit depressing. And so I always felt, you know, that feeling of being completely cut off. And if the winters were quite boring for a young person in any case, especially where we lived, because we didn't have even a bus service that was after 1 p.m. So if you couldn't really meet up with friends, you couldn't go out anywhere shopping, you know, you were just, all that was open to you was beach walks with your dog, which I did do, but you know, there's more to a teenager's life than that, you know. And it was quite depressing. So I think that is one of the reasons that if I'm ever without a car, I always have that isolation feeling, that your legs have been, you know, chopped off and you can't go anywhere or do anything. And it's I think that's the root cause of it. But for some reason, being here, being this age, I guess, I've kind of not welcomed it, because, you know, I would have I would like to have gone out for a drive and a beach walk here and there, but I haven't minded it so much. And plus, you know, the family all drive, so you know they would, in the early days, come and wave at me through the window and show me the kids out the window, and so it wasn't quite as bad for me as it could have been if, you know, I was isolated here without and plus I had Gary, so that made it all the better. But yeah, so you know, normally speaking I'm not good without a car, but at the moment I'm fine. For some reason it's not affecting me, but you know, now that we can go out and about a little bit more, maybe that will affect me, because I can't just get in the car and go shopping. I can't just get in the car and drive all the way up to Ashford to see Paul, you know, and I can't just get in the car and pop out to get medication if I need it, or you know, go to the supermarket for biscuit tea if I run out, all those things. So once things start to open up and the world's a bigger place, maybe we'll feel a little bit more you know, weird not having a car. But I can always get it put back on the road and get my car back. It just seems that at the moment, without, you know, I won't be going to places, like not so many anyway. It just seems a bit of an expense that I can do without paying car tax, insurance and everything else. For the little limited use that I'll be using it, it just doesn't seem any point. So it'll stay off the road, and you know, I used to have a beach walk at the end of the road before it fell in the sea. Because we had a cliff fall, for those of you who are new to my channel, about a month or so ago. I actually filmed this emergency at the end of the cliffs, and you can see that on my channel, Crochet Rocks. I'll put a link at the end to Crochet Rocks. There'll be a link at the end screen. You'll see a link to it, and to my son's channel. His name is Mike Logan Stubbs. He's got some amazing music, so there'll be a link to that as well. But yeah, so since the house fell in the sea and the road with it, there's no walk around the cliff anymore. You can go to the end and look at it, but you can't even get close because it's deemed unsafe up there, sadly. And there was a report on the news yesterday that more had fallen into the sea, but there was no activity whatsoever. You know, that nobody even come to check it, so I can't see that was real. I have 42 steps left to do, according to Fitbit. So I'll have to run around the house in a second to keep my steps up. It's weird how this thing just rules my life now. It's like, you know, 42 steps, get up. Anyway, so I'm going to go get Gary up. We have to get ready to go see his brother and upload this. And if it's anything like yesterday, that will take forever. I had the most atrocious internet yesterday. But then I did see when we went to the supermarket, they were working. So maybe that was why. Anyway, thank you so much for watching me and sticking with my SlimChat. I'll see you all again tomorrow, and hopefully very soon you'll start seeing a few little recipes appear. Nothing major yet because I'm so new to it, but I will be doing it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now and stay safe.